I'm on early? Did you see the title of the stream? Wow, a lot of you showing up for this early stuff. Top of the hour, so 25 minutes. Meg, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Aww. No, I mean it's only 8:30. I've just I did actually get some sleep last night. I feel a little bit like death, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'll wake up here in a bit. Juice Monkey, thank you so much for the sub. And Meg Beckett's, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Puppy, you just sleep, sweetie. Someone put a suggestion in. Someone put a suggestion in, and it says, suggestions, cups of tea available to buy, like coffee, house adds to everyone's RP. I'm a British lad off the boat and gagging for a cuppa, nowhere sells tea. Potential downside / exploits, there is never a downside to tea. Oh, that's something else. Let's see. Today is WildRP. What? Helium Yankee Pizza. The moment I got into the game, it crashed. So that's a great start. Gonna be a rough day for staff or for Saffron. Maybe you mean Saff. Probably, but she's gonna bottle it up and pretend she's not bothered. Most likely. To a degree. She won't be able to hide it all. Hey, it's Ryan. Yeah, you guys can probably hear it in my voice. No, it's okay. I need to be getting up this early. This is not early to be waking up. I just have had a really screwed up sleep schedule. So, is Wild getting an update today? I don't think they're getting an update. So we got Wild. They posted today. Tomorrow, or they posted yesterday. Tomorrow we'll be celebrating 2 years since the public launch of WildRP. Here's what to expect. And remember, there's a big patch coming up soon, TM as well. So we should be getting a 2nd year anniversary video, a current feature showcase, and new teasers. Because they're still not ready to give us that big old patch. I feel like the meeting is a general, because here's what the IC bulletin says. It says, this is my snooze. Hang on. I told it to stop it. Just turn on. Okay. No, Saff wouldn't do something like that. Saff isn't mad at dusk. Yeah, I was reminding everyone in the law meeting Sunday at Fort Wallace at 12 p.m. Please try and attend and bring anything you would like to discuss to the attention of your sheriff or myself. I did not like ease you guys into that. Oh, Saff always blames herself. Saff just sees it as confirmation that, you know. Yeah, I don't know if he will or not. As much as I'd like to attend the barrel races today, I don't think ideally that it makes a lot of sense for Saffron to do it today. But then again, maybe it does. Maybe she pushed to do what she would have done anyways, despite her grief and frustration. That was Saffron and Boyd's thing. Yes, killed. Because it's not like she has anything to do off duty anyways. No. It's just raining. Her hair looks lighter when it's down. Yeah. At least I can chill in the sun with a beer in my hand while watching all that sad stuff. Yeah, she has the hat. I just had it off. That's what you think. Yeah. Went and had her own gun made in Saint Denis last night. Oops. Anyway, in the last 3 days, I've witnessed far better scenes in WildRP than most TV and movie industry nowadays. Oh my goodness, Mag Beckett, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. Oh. You're all too nice. And as you guys can probably hear in the background, I didn't shut my bedroom window so you can hear the cars going by. So apologies for that. I wish there was a way to block that noise without blocking the airflow. It sucks. Oh. I'm pushing across back there. Oh, oh, no. Maybe if Eliza dies, maybe Saff can date Danny. Yeah, that will never happen. Danny hates her so much. Yeah, she already got a marriage proposal from a Scot at the barrel races. She needs to go talk to this Scot. Oh, I can't go this way. Okay. I came here the other day and it was fine. How did I get over here the other day? Did we go up and around? Have us? We must have gone up and around. I guess we'll just go up and around. Forget it. I just wanted to come along the river. Well, I just need to discover new roads along that side. Yeah. Yes, it's UK friendly day. Oh, I don't. TeamSpeak on. Yeah, okay. Europan friendly. Okay. I see how it is. No, all of Europe is the UK. Duh. I'm kidding. Don't hurt me, please. I'm joking.
Can I borrow you for a moment?
Yeah.
5 minutes? Thereabouts.
Hey, how's it going?
You can no longer.
Hey, I'm
part of
alright.
Europe.
How we doing?
Good.
All right, how about you?
You know,
Yeah, I'm good, thank
Not
you.
fair, I didn't know the rules.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Wait, what's the rules?
Morning. Y'all probably
Morning.
need to move your horses further out
Morning,
into the
Chief.
woods
Oh.
all right.
instead of at the front gate, because there's gonna be a lot of people here.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him the fuck.
Yeah, I'll go shoo mine away.
I'll let mine go graze somewhere for a bit.
Wish I could be at this. I'll have to be happy with watching you stream it. Hey, Dust.
How you doing, Saffron?
Well, I'm doing just great. She croaks out in a monotone. Yes, very early stream. I said my first words of the day to all of y'all.
Fucking dogs. I wouldn't mind if they wouldn't stop
stop barking.
Leave it alone. Don't shoot it. Let the army guys take care of it. Unless you want to fight the army guys, and you don't.
With me slow walking like this, oh boy, I don't have my rifle. These army, whatever, it's fine. I'll just bleed out sadly on the ground.
Is Body not here yet?
No, he's
Yeah,
over there
he's
on the
here.
battlements across from us.
Hmm.
I need a minute.
I'm so tired. Deputy Dirtbag? He's on duty. I can see him in the roster.
Go. I'm watching you.
Oh!
Yep.
No,
No,
no.
stop it! Jesus
I
fucking
tripped.
Christ, Claymore!
I tripped. Sorry.
God
damn it.
Christ.
Oh crap.
Cover!
Oh no.
Who did that?
I knew this was gonna happen!
Me, you son of a bitch.
I knew that was gonna happen!
Why do I feel like I've just got back to a war zone?
Alright,
That's
fuck
fine.
with the
That
soldiers.
was a bad idea.
Who started that?
Watch out! Wait, watch out behind you, Marty.
I'm just gonna sit in this chair and you can protect me.
I mean, I've been standing here for, hours and nothing's been going on.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about. Welcome to New Hanover, I guess.
Oh, Christ.
Sheriff's had a meeting here perfectly fine the other night, and we managed to not screw anything up. The attitude is
Nice
not
call,
warranted. Pavis, do you want to keep on?
That's exactly what I expected would happen. Mag, thank you for the gifted sub to Dust.
Is anyone hurting?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Sheriff, you alright?
Wow,
I think
McCarthy
we're all okay.
actually sounded Irish right
Alright.
there.
What happened
Very
anyway?
impressed.
I have
Unless
absolutely no idea.
I believe Claymore
Wait,
tripped
what?
to something
What
and
are
hit
we
one of
asked?
them.
Yeah.
Well,
I
one
saw
of them pulled a
aiming
gun first.
before that
Yeah.
even happened.
Yeah, they pull
Yeah.
guns, they just don't do anything with them.
Yeah, they're army. They aim their weapons.
They aim them all the time, they just won't do anything.
Just relax.
Oh, that's funny.
Right. Okay.
That's
so
funny
funny.
that they just
Then you'll
aim
be
their
fine.
weapon.
I went to go take a step to the right, and my foot got caught.
Alright, just I know where I'm gonna
Yeah.
stand.
Go
Sheriff, you want to come up here with
friendly,
me?
so I don't
to the,
accidentally
the
chokehold
walls.
a guard.
Gonna go around here to the southwest side.
Technically here in spirit.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I thought she said everybody. I had a headache when she was talking.
Alright. Everybody could, stand down here in front of me, please? Let's get started momentarily. Alright, it's a decent turnout.
You alright, Sean?
You alright?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. We'll give it another minute, people to show up, and then we'll start.
I won't be talking whole lot of this, because Saff would be brooding anyways. Hey, Eric. Ya jerk. Do you guys see Saffron's face? I added the huge dark circles under her eyes.
Anyone have any interest in dreams last night?
necessarily.
Guess not.
Nah, no, yeah.
The fuck?
Oh my goodness, we've hit hype train,
There's
guys.
so little going on.
What have
yesterday
y'all
that
done?
It put me to sleep.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
that was
Well,
the
you
way
know
it
what
was
that
for
means
me
for today.
yesterday.
Yeah.
You've jinxed it now.
I mean, it's already been expected.
Yeah, we've been talking about this like
Quiet,
We're all gonna
quiet,
blame you now.
quiet.
Blame Maple? Alright, got it.
Yep, blame Maple.
All right.
Alright.
I'll take it.
Alright, good.
Mag Beckett, thank you so much for another 5 gifted subs.
The Peanut Gallery. Wait.
What the fuck are you on about now?
Can't stop thinking about that chicken now.
I'm just saying, it's like
Chicken.
we're a peanut gallery waiting.
I
With
need
bated
to-
breath.
Find better meeting music. I don't know what to do.
Were they writing a fucking play or something?
Mm-hmm.
What's the laying an egg call from a chicken?
All right, folks. How y'all doing?
Doing
All
good?
right.
Living the dream.
You just woke up?
Pretty good.
Thank you for attending. Those that can, and those that have been. I know it's not exactly the most godly hour for this sort of thing, but I wanted to give everybody a chance from all hours to attend, rather than just people on the later shifts. Now, I know we don't usually do this sort of thing in person often. It's usually reports or telegrams, but I thought it important to get everybody here in person. Put names to faces of people you don't usually see around in the crossing. Maybe you're not around the same time as others, but I think it's good to remind everybody, look to your left and right, who your brothers and sisters are in the department. Because when it gets to hairy situations and things get tense, these people beside you are going to be the ones having your back. So get to know them. Introduce yourself, make some new friends. We're all in this together. We're only as good as each other. Okay, so there's a few things I want to go over. We're gonna start off with the elephant in the room. Some of you may have heard some rumblings about Gavin Summers being given some sort of deal to do whatever the fuck he wants for 2 weeks or some nonsense. I can tell you right now, no such deal exists. It never has. We would never make such a deal with Summers. To do so would betray our very values as a department. What happened was Cash was caught alone by Summers a few weeks ago, and Summers made a request. Cash did not agree to such a request. They had some words, and then they parted ways, and thankfully Cash was unharmed. But since then, Summers has gone around telling every goddamn crook in the crossing now that he's got some sort of carte blanche to do whatever the fuck he wants. It's bullshit. Alright? as I said, we'd never allow someone like Gavin Summers to do such a thing. Anybody that has any doubts about that can rest easy now, knowing that it's not a thing and never will be. We have to be careful with Gavin Summers. He is a clever man. He is a man that knows how to pull strings. He knows how to cast doubts. And unfortunately, people like Jack Kettleman are playing right into his fucking hands with this sort of nonsense. He wants people to think that we're making deals with him. He wants people to raise their eyebrows and lose their trust in the department because it makes his job easier. When people are so focused on us, they're less focused on him. Now, Gavin Summers is dangerous. So yes, we are treating him with a little more delicacy than other criminals. Because to do the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And right now, we don't have the training to deal with him properly in an even fight. Now, I know a few people have been hosting trainings. Get people up to speed, get people a little more trained on marksmanship, tactics. We're getting there. And you know, the day's gonna come where we're gonna take him in a fight. But we're not gonna do the same thing over and over again and get deputies needlessly hurt. Summers will be dealt with. At the end of the day, he is just a man. Now, he's a man to be treated with a lot of caution. But don't fear him. I don't fear him. The sheriffs behind me don't fear him, and neither should you. He's just another fucking perp that's overdue for the fucking noose, if you ask me. So remember that. Alright, so next. There's a few things we want to discuss. We've noticed in the department that we need to address. The first one being decorum within the department. I touched on this at the start, but we need to be treating each other with a lot more respect. We need to be looking after each other. Not spreading rumors. Not pissing each other off when things get hectic. We cannot be at each other's throats when the crossing is so rife with crime. So remember that. If you feel yourself getting heated, just take a breather. And look, I'm guilty of it too. I snap. I get it. We're all human. But we've got to be better. Now, there are some people in the department here that come from a lot of history in Saints Crossing. Those people are to be treated like any other deputy in the department. We will not tolerate people being treated differently by others because of their past. Every person wearing a badge has earned it through proving their commitment to it. Make sure you don't tar them with the same brush. They're here because they want to be here. And I won't hear anything otherwise. Next. We've noticed an uptick in aggressiveness when it comes to shooting too quickly. Now, we need to put a lid on that. During these tense situations, it's very tempting to just open fire when guns are pointed. That's not always the right thing to do. Now, against gangs that are very aggressive and have recently been aggressive, there are times when you should be able to do that, and you can. But don't escalate things unless you have no other choice. Just because guns are being pointed doesn't mean you should always open fire immediately. Try and use your words first, bullets second. If there is a fellow peace officer with a gun to the back of their head, you should not be opening fire, as you could get them killed. But keep in mind numbers as well. If you don't have the numbers, don't go rushing into potentially hostile situations without a plan. And sure as hell don't go in if you don't have the numbers to deal with them. This is what gets people hurt. And this is where we have fewer numbers and people nursing wounds that didn't have to. It's okay to let a group escape if you can't take the fight at the time. There will be other chances to catch them. Think before you go after them. Now, I want to talk about decorum outside the department, and I want to preface this with the fact that I am guilty of doing this myself. We gotta try and be nicer to the public, civilians. Even past criminals that are trying to change. If they are trying to make an effort to change their ways, we have to at least extend an olive branch. And give them the chance to. Don't rub in the fact that whatever crime they've done in the past, because it's... all it's gonna do is it's just gonna push them towards going back to it. No, I'm not saying, you know, roll over when there are, you know, people giving it to you. Give it back, for sure. But be professional. We're trying to build bridges with civilians, right? And, we need to be available to hear their concerns, even if it's gonna piss you off. We have to bite our tongue a lot of the time, and hell, I don't do it enough. I'm trying to change my ways. I get rowdy. Especially, you know, civilian comes along telling us to do our fucking job. The amount of work we put in, I get it. It's annoying as hell. But we gotta rise above it, unfortunately. We need to be able to rely on civilians to do their part, and that starts with them seeing us as human beings, not some faceless, rigid institution. Next, regarding the chain of command, don't second-guess seniors and sheriffs in front of other people, in front of other deputies, and especially not in front of civilians or medics. It makes us look very divided, and it's really not a good look for the department. If you have concerns about a decision being made, take them aside and talk to them in private. Don't openly mock decisions being made by sheriffs and seniors. It's a terrible look. And if I keep on seeing it, I'm gonna start handing out suspensions.
Who's doing that?
Alright. Next. I want to see people be more willing to work with everyone in the department, not just their friends. Look around you right now. Some of these people I'd wager you haven't even met before. Maybe it's because they're around at different times. But we've noticed a lot of cliques lately, and we're trying to do our best to split that up. So I want to see people working with people you haven't before, not just your friends. Colleagues that you're close with. If we don't see it, we're going to start splitting people up ourselves. And if we see people still doing it, there'll be suspensions for that too. I want to see people working with new faces. This is how we build bridges with each other. Build relationships. Build trust in each other. Can't just be the same group of people doing the same thing over and over again. Without talking to anyone new.
Yeah, that has been a problem.
Alright. The banter is fine. Of course, look, I appreciate banter in the department. But there is a level of, over-familiarity that I've seen lately that won't be tolerated. Don't make someone look like a fool in front of people. Alright? It's all good, you know, having banter, light teasing, but remember, we're professionals, we're here to do a job. And I don't want people feeling left out or unappreciated. Alright, so... next, obviously, I know some of you may know that we have a new sheriff. Senior Deputy Kai was promoted yesterday to sheriff. I'm not sure where he's going to be stationed, but congratulations to him. And as well, Senior Deputy Shaw and Senior Deputy Winters. They've been promoted from deputy as well. So, congratulations to them. We've had our eye on them for a while now, and we're happy to see them step up and take up a more responsible position in the department. I want to end this on a high note before we open it up to questions.
Well,
I want to say that we're proud
Saff's
of every
definitely not getting it.
single one of you here. Now, I know this meeting may sound like a bit of a bollocking, but it's just some things we've got to address in person. There's been a lot of increase in peace officers, and it's brought a lot more stability to the crossing. the flow of crime is slowly being stemmed. We've made some big
Too
arrests
much.
lately. Kettleman Gang, the Red Hoods. Hell, we solved a murder case that was months old. All of you are doing fantastic, each and every one of you. So keep it up, alright? Now, if the sheriffs have nothing to add, I'll open it up to any questions.
I'll just echo what Marty said. We've got a lot of respect for people that put on their badge and do what they do every single day. Things are really fucking hard. This ain't the easiest job. In fact, it's probably the hardest job we'll ever have in our lives. You know, and every single day we're doing what we can to keep the peace and put those away that deserve to go away and all that good stuff. A lot of this stuff was probably a bit negative, but it's growing pains. You know, we've got a lot of people coming into the
meeting's just a
department,
big bum
lot of
out.
new people coming into the department. We're trying to get things right. We're trying to get things the way they should be. We're trying to set boundaries. We're trying to make a culture. And once we've got it right, we start to push in that direction and things will feel a lot better. But at the moment, we're just suffering with growing
Yep,
pains.
Eric. I thought it would be something cool.
So we just ask that people help us out, do what they can, work together as a team, and do the job you've been doing. Because we're still keeping the peace. We're still doing what we signed up to do. When we swore our oaths, we're still doing that. So I personally, I know the other sheriffs, we appreciate everything that you're doing. And thank you.
This meeting could have been a telegram.
Alright, questions. Go ahead, Stone.
He's not. He's just the one heading.
I've been hearing that the cadet program's sort of on a freeze or on a waiting list.
Stone should be a senior.
Is that true?
Why
It
hasn't he been promoted
We have
to senior?
so many applicants to the law department that there is a current waiting list to stock cadets because we don't want to overwhelm with cadets, and we also don't want to overwhelm with too many new officers at once when they do get promoted.
Are there any questions being asked about what time they get up in the day? Because
That
I'd
is something
wager
we'll look
those
at,
of us that
yeah.
work the day shift are outnumbered up to 50 to 1 this here county. Those
There's at
numbers
least,
don't look nearly the same at night.
Yeah, there's at least 3 cadets that are early shift right now.
Yeah, we look at that and take that into account. We're going to be looking at that later today. And starting some new ones, most likely.
Yeah, we're still working on evening the numbers for the early shifts. I know it's a problem right now, but as Lewis said, we're working on it. Anyone else?
How are you going to echo this message back to everyone who didn't make it today?
I
I'll
have
put it
been
in a-
taking notes, and we're going to make a general report.
All right. Probably get people to sign that to make sure they actually read it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about that.
Go ahead.
You all right?
That was right.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm
Are
fine.
we still doing the protocol to avoid Gavin Summers unless absolutely necessary
yes, he's
or
right
ordered
there.
by a higher-ranking officer?
He's gonna go
So,
tell something to
Monroe, you
Marty
wanna
in
take this one,
private.
or you want me to?
There is please read the critical notice. There is no slow down or hold back. All groups that go after him must be with a sheriff.
Yes, sir.
We've never said don't go after him. We just want a sheriff with you. And obviously, if he's doing something like robbing a bank, which we know he doesn't typically, but if he's doing something stupid, you still do your jobs.
Yes,
if
sorry, I
you
might
are-
have misworded that, Sheriff. That's more what I meant, so thank you.
If you are out on a patrol actively and you come across him, then we suggest that you do your absolute best, depending on your numbers, to go through that system logically and think about what are we doing here, what could be the potential outcome, how are we going to deal with this? Is it best that we walk away? Are we in a good spot here? these things might happen. If you come across, you might have to protect yourselves. You may not have a sheriff with you at that time.
Yes, sir.
We
But
mostly...
always... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
We always think about everybody's lives in that group. In your own group. If you're with 4 or 5 others, he's got 6. Is it really worth taking that fight? Probably not. If you look at the lay of the land, are you in a bad spot? Are you going to be able to take that fight? Probably not. So always think about what you're doing, because there may be a time where you roll upon him.
Yeah,
you know
Texas,
what? If you
that's
catch him with
probably
his pants down, you catch him with your pants down, and good fucking job you. But if we're getting tips that he's been spotted,
I like this little E.
we get a fucking sheriff there. And if there's only one sheriff on shift, please, we're not attached to ropes. We can't be dragged around the crossing.
It's more symmetrical, Eric.
So please just give us a minute to collect ourselves and sort ourselves out as well.
I think I saw Boyd raising a hand. I think that's Boyd back there.
Yes. In regards to Summers, if we have an opportunity to, like if he's like taking a shit somewhere and you just happen to roll up on him, is it okay if we, just start blasting, or is that no? I just wondering.
Well, if he's out there and about and he's taking a shit and you catch him with his pants down, make sure you get him to wipe first and then bring the fucker in.
Right. Okay. Yep. Just want to clear that up.
It's mostly.
So don't just start blasting. All right,
we
gotcha.
wanted to put a stop to the patrols that were seeing tips of him being spotted and then going out and hunting him down and then getting shot down.
I agree, Ferris.
Summers likes to fight on his own
makes a
ground,
lot
and
of
he typically
questionable
will not
calls.
fight if he thinks he is on the back foot. And even if he is on the back foot when you find him, he's going to lure you somewhere where he thinks he can win. That's exactly what he did the day that he had Saffron and myself. He lured across the basin into a chokehold, and then that's when they took the fight. So it is exactly what he does. We just don't want people chasing needlessly and getting hurt. Hopefully that clears it up a little bit. If you have questions, though, please don't hesitate to ask.
There's something else I wanted to bring up, but maybe Monroe, you can elaborate on the certifications that we're doing.
Yeah, sure. So all divisions will be changed as certifications, so they'll become open to everybody to try. The certifications for detective and the hounds currently, anything that happens in the future will be what it is. But each division or certification will have elements of training that is far beyond what we currently cover in basic training. They will have a pass or try again element, so you will have the option to try again. We're trying to hold our standards high. So we want to make sure that when people are going through this training, that they are using this training, and when they're put into real situations, they're using this training as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a long process. We've got to design training modules and things like that, and look at different ways of approaching things and how we're gonna do things, who's gonna do what. So there is a little bit of time. I know people are asking a few questions, but I just ask for a little bit of patience. And once it's done, say for example, the hound certification, if there are certain situations that are high risk or involve certain elements of training, the people with the certification will be used, but that doesn't mean not everybody else will, and it doesn't mean first picks on situations either. But people with the certification will be used, and everybody else will still be able to get involved in situations. It's never a pass aside or anybody else has priority over somebody else, but people with those skills will be used. I imagine it will be the same with the detectives.
It's a confusing statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing.
Is there any questions on that?
I suppose just a comment.
Sure.
My lack of interest or attendance to any of these things does not mean that I wouldn't if it was around.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've got a few people who operate at certain times, which is fair, and you know we can't change that. If we can, we can do a few things a lot earlier. We will try our absolute best.
I'm going to be honest. I tend to just figure I'm every rank and every department.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, Dust.
How do you mean?
Although it's hard to balance.
Well, if there aren't
people
sheriffs
at
about,
RP.
then I'm the sheriff. If there aren't
So
any
that
hounds
makes
about,
sense.
I'm the hound. No detectives about, I'm the fucking detective.
What?
I think that's a separate conversation we can have after this.
Fair enough, Sheriff.
Does that mean I could be a sheriff too, sir?
No.
Oh.
Only sheriffs are
Okay,
sheriffs.
Judge Dredd.
I'd love for you to work your way up, though.
Mm-hmm.
Working on it.
Talking about promotions. We understand that there's a lot of people that want to get promoted. We get it. The thing is, we can't see everybody all the time. If people are going off by themselves, if people are going off sticking with certain people, then we can't. Sorry, just people will be seen if people spend time with everybody, as many people as they can. Don't overstep the mark. Don't overstep your rank. If you're asked to deal with certain situations, that's what we'll let you do it. All right, unless there's a serious situation we need to deal with it. But people who stand out, people who work hard, put in the effort in, and are ticking as many boxes as they can.
Saffron over
will have
here.
the shot
What am
at
I not
promotion.
doing?
It's not always going to happen. You may never get promoted, and that's unfortunately the hard truth. But those that try, those that stand out, will.
And just because you may not get promoted to a senior deputy doesn't mean you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing anything wrong. We need deputies just as much as we need seniors and sheriffs. In fact, I'd argue we
She's
need
not going to
deputies
ask it in
more
this
than we need
crowd.
seniors and
Not at
sheriffs.
all. That's how you get a
Not
target put on
everybody's
your
cut out for
forehead.
leadership, and that's fine. People have their own specialities and talents. It doesn't necessarily always translate into a senior deputy role. Now, I think, Lewis, in the future, we are going to be working on some new ranks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, there'll be more ranks and certifications for people to transition into. For those that aren't interested in leadership roles. Still pretty early on, but it's coming down the pipe, so keep your ears out for that. Alright, so, any more questions? Then I guess we're done. Thank you for everyone for attending. We're gonna try and make this more of a regular thing. Maybe I'll try and change the time next time to balance it a little better. But we're hoping to make this a regular thing, at least, I don't know, once every month or two. It's good to get everybody in person, you know, get a feel on everything. So expect more of these in the future. Alright, you're dismissed.
Actually, sheriffs, mind if I come up there and speak to you for a moment? Hibby.
You got shot. Welcome to day one.
We also need more crime happening and, you know. Yeah, that is the thing. The more law during the day often will lead to more crime.
Hey, Stone, you got a minute? Stone right off already?
No, I don't think so. He went
What was
that way. Oh, there he is. He's coming this way, by the road.
Or a wild
Mitchell, is that you?
Aye.
You alright?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Here's a wild carrot. Mm-hmm. She lies. Yeah, that's the way it usually goes, Brownie. A lot of the crime will resurge once people can, play their crims again. More crims are opposed to law versus crims who are opposed to crims will be good to ES. But we always need a balance, because in the past, the issue has been crims only go after law, and they never go after each other. They just create big old syndicates, and that leads to law burnout. That's why they upped penalties for crimes specifically against law. Really, my biggest hope would just be, you know, don't just loot box law, and don't just go, you know, lethally in-cap / you know, attempted murder people. No, that was like a big knuckle rapping. Like, what was that? No, Boyd's not a deputy. But yeah, deputies want to face the bad guys, have Nemesis RP. It's a hard balance to provide, but yeah, we definitely need more true outlaw types. Types that will go after law, will, you know, shoot in a situation. Because, like, retribution from the other side is spicy and exciting to deal with. It just sucks when it becomes, we're just gonna drag you off and, you know, found you alone, let's take you off and execute you somewhere. It gets real stale real fast. Which is, I mean, one thing that's cool about what Johnny's doing with Summers is it tends to be very intimidation based. There isn't just a lot of unnecessary torture and capping and stuff. Yeah, Nemesis RP, cool standoffs. Exactly. But also then the criminals also letting us know where they are through anons and stuff. There's some groups that go out and they sit in some remote corner of the map where you'll virtually never find them unless they just make a mistake. And you don't even get to find them and have standoffs and stuff. Like, I don't want to catch them every time, right? I just want to interact with them, you know? Oh, she looks so bad. Actually, I know, I hate this outfit. Making her look like a bobblehead with this hairstyle. Why? Look at this elk. This elk doesn't care, yo. I love the end of Creed Chapter 1. 9 law and 8 cannibals all having one massive shootout. Cave system. Yeah. I remember hearing about that. I think that's when Saffron was a reporter. It must have been just before she became a cadet. Oh my. Oh, there's not a way over here. I know we got through here and I didn't have to cross any suspension bridges just the other day. Right, because there's the squiggle way up. That grizzly better not spawn over here. It's a part of the map I rarely ever go to. Alright, guess I'll just go up this. That sucks, Dust. I know, I've had some really great RP moments that I didn't highlight. Just big sad. Now I have a bunch of people who are super awesome and they edit and they highlight stuff for me. Editors are amazing. Talk about Kryptonic and a bunch of others who've stepped up recently. Thank you guys. You're amazing. I crashed during the Fort Mercer shootout and missed it all. Aw, I'm so sorry, Maple. Poor turkey. We've had Planet Snatcher, Caleb, Bagheera, a couple of you guys all stepped up and it's great. It's very much appreciated because the content would not be on YouTube at all if it was up for me. Because I just, nope. I just don't have the ability, organization, I guess. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what to do though this early in the day. I don't know if we'll continue the stream. I was hoping to catch Cash or Rabbit, but then Boyd went up and started talking with Rabbit, so well. Seriously though, if they're still getting after Saff on the quote-unquote writing alone thing, it's not happening. She is not riding out and doing deputy stuff alone. She just isn't. See you, planet. Enjoy your vacay. Or I guess because this is Europan hours. Enjoy your holiday. I can't remember. One of y'all said it. Excuse me, do you want to say that word again when I said Europan? You want to try that one again?
You got shot. Welcome to day one.
Rister, thank you for the follow. First time I heard that term was from you, so oh, it was you saying it. It's that comes from Jam Jar. His character Biggs would call Europeans Europans. At least I think that's where it came from. Which is funny because obviously Jam Jar is English. Interesting. Yeah, that meeting was a big old downer. I was not, anything exciting about that. She definitely needs to speak with Cash and Rabbit, though, to figure out what's going on. I mean, she's capable. She's proven herself as capable. She leads all the time. She's had success over and over and over again. What is that weird thing that always shows up in there? It's like this white flash. But when you look, there's nothing there. Some weird artifact. Take moonshine. Seems like nothing more than letting people know they're being watched. Yeah, it's probably just some lighting glitch, but I see it on the roof of that all the time. Cashew, really? No. No. You want to sit in my bed like that, mister? You can't be barking out the window. No. Cashew, come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come. Come on. Yeah, slide your way all the way over here. Come here. Come here. Lay down. Cashew. Right there. What about them turkeys? I forgot you yell about the dogs, calling them turkeys. He's not poor. I just put him on a nice, really nice foam dog bed. I got these pretty pillows. Oh, okay. Now he's gonna lay between two different dog beds on a plush blanket and look sulky. Okay, not my fault that dogs are dogs. He's a good boy. I love you so much. Cinder, don't you start. Cinder is the port. She's still in her kennel. I need to go take them out. She's huffing. She's getting ready to bark. Is it like buying expensive beds for cats only? Oh, Cashew loves cardboard boxes, man. That is his favorite thing. You give him a tiny box, he will cram himself into it. It's the funniest thing. He's like a cat that way.
How you doing, Saffron?
Did alright.
Good.
Huh?
I said good.
Sounds like your dog's rough it as much as mine does. No, you should see Cinder's kennel over there. I think she's laying on a bed of toys, to be honest. Like, she just sleeps on a bed of toys. And she's a spoiled puppy. Sometimes I hear her move in the morning. I just hear a long squeak because she shifts.
Howdy.
Howdy. Don't. I'm going inside. A CTA.
All right, I'm gonna get some food, water. Go. Stop waiting.
Waiting.
Kettleman, I'm gonna be on the rooftops today.
Oh, look, there's a.
Yep, I'm getting a shitload of water, a shitload of food. I'm sitting up.
Wait. What's happening with Cattleman on the rooftops?
He has threatened to rob Black Bank at some point today, several times.
Blackwater Bank.
He's been taunting Boyd with it, running in his face.
Has he?
Oh, I'm gonna go up there and watch when they do their little rehearsal for the day. See where they go, what they do.
I was just saying, do you see the tip about Fort Wallace?
I found that hilarious.
Traveling from Wapiti to Valentine, I passed Fort Wallace. I've seen about 8 till 10 horses minimum whip points at what on earth? What language is this written in? That there is probably a lot of people there. Do not know what is going on there. All I know is that in the past people have been shot there for not much reason. That caused some concerns with me, and I went to inform the department. We should probably let him know that it was just a loaded lie.
Ah, well.
I don't think it's worth getting on this hour for law.
What were your thoughts on the meeting there?
It was a big old knuckle rapping. What are your thoughts?
You got shot.
Stone.
Welcome to day one.
Definitely put his foot in his mouth.
Stone should have been a senior deputy a long time ago.
I've heard. I think the message he was trying to get across, I mean, I understand what he was trying to say, but...
Who? What?
What, Stone said?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Beckwith was saying that, there's not a lot of, senior or sheriff around when, Stone is.
Oh, shit.
And I figured with,
where, you know, regular hours didn't have that either, so, buckle up, Buttercup.
I figured with, Winners getting promoted, I would try and, well, potentially help.
No, Winters is like stupid early morning, late night.
And Stone's like in the middle.
Yeah, Stone's like now and earlier. Occasionally we'll see him around later shift, but not often.
Right, well, I don't think it's worth being on duty this hour.
Yeah, honestly, no, it's really not.
I think I'm gonna lay my head down for.
Yeah, I think I need to take care of dogs and do some life and stuff before I actually get on for the evening. Maybe we'll telegram Cash and Rabbit though.
Howdy doody.
Sorry? Sounds like smoky. I'm sorry, what was that?
Howdy doody.
Oh, howdy.
It's not very enthusiastic howdy.
Sorry, I'm not feeling very enthusiastic, I suppose.
Oh, come on. It's a fresh day. Day's just getting started. We should all have smiles on our face.
No, I'm going back to bed.
Huh?
I'm going back to bed.
Oh. Well, have a good sleep.
Take care there.
Oh, yeah, that was... That meeting could have been a telegram. You're already dipping out, Connor. Hey. I'm never around this room. Yeah. No, I need to like get dressed, take my dogs outside. Ugh. I really just want to go back to bed, but I really need to not go back to bed.
You know what they say?
What's that?
They say if today you have a glum day, then tomorrow will not be the same day.
If you don't sleep,
I can
it's all windy.
Sure. Nah, I know that there is a possibility for that day to be even glummer than the last, but it also has the opportunity to be brighter. And that's what you gotta think about, huh?
Sure.
No? Not working?
Sorry.
Well, I knew this fella one time, and he says to himself, hey. Right? And then this other guy has to say to him back, he's like, what? And the other guy, first guy, he goes, what? And the second guy, he goes, well, you just said, hey. That's why I said what? And then the first guy goes, oh no, I was just pointing out that there's hay.
Is it a joke?
No, it was just a story, you know.
I'm sorry. Was there a point to the story in particular?
Well, yeah, that was the point, yeah. You want me to explain it again?
No.
So the first guy, he goes, hey. The second guy, he goes, what? And the first guy, he goes, what? Second guy goes, well, you just said hey. He said, yeah. Because there's hay over there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Do you get it? Because
Yeah.
the second guy's an idiot. He thought he was saying hello.
Yeah.
The point of the story is that stupid joke might have put a smile on your face.
Sure.
Idea is there's not really a punchline. It's just the idiocy of the joke.
No, I'm getting that. I'm sorry. I'm just way too early for the meeting that was completely meaningless. So.
Oof, meetings, huh? Tell me about them.
Meeting could have been a telegram. That is essentially what I'm seeing.
Are you law?
I'm not on duty at the moment though.
Ooh, off-duty meeting.
Not really. I'm just currently off duty because I'm not usually around this hour anyway.
How is the job these days?
Oh, it's thankless typically. I don't think that ever changes. Get shot at far too often. Have to pull the trigger myself far too often.
Yeah, I can see that could be a strain on good people.
I'm just waiting for him to decide to shoot me or to kidnap me or something.
How long you been doing the job?
Since beginning of February. So, about 5 months.
Got itself into the roots, huh?
Sorry?
Into the roots. Starting to affect the soul, is it? Core?
Not really. That's what I've worked for. That's what I wanted for a very long time.
Let me ask you something. Would you prefer to be thanked? Would you want that?
I'd like some respect.
That's interesting. That is interesting,
I'd
right
like to
there.
be seen.
What do you consider as respect from your colleagues or
From my
streets?
colleagues mainly. In the streets, I feel like I get respect when I work for it. Not so much to my colleagues. I can only talk to so many criminals on a day and try and relate with them. Show them where I've been and where I've come to. It works with some others, just throw it back in your face, but that's to be expected. They're hitting the low points in their lives, they're struggling. I can't blame them for it too much, so I don't take that personally.
You talking about your colleagues or the criminals?
The criminals. And the people.
Good, I need, you know. Well, don't worry about too much about them scumbags. You know, they'll do what they do. Colleagues, that's a different story, though.
Mm.
You know, funny. I knew this fella one time.
I don't know.
Who, well, I didn't know him personally. I knew this fella one time that, you know, he wanted the same thing. Yeah, he ended up going crazy.
Well, I'm not going to be going crazy.
That's good. Careful, though. It is a slope.
I've climbed up from the slippery slopes. I'm not going back down that direction.
Amen.
I don't know what you want. What is this conversation about?
Forgive me for the silence. I'm just thinking about saying something.
I know, this horse is gorgeous.
You think it's crazy for someone to think of a mutual respect in the existence of the world? Like, for example, what would one have to do to continue a lifestyle like a criminal, but still have the respect for individuals such as yourself that are doing their job?
I think that continuing...
Or is that hopeful thinking?
Like, that continuing typically doesn't, typically is incompatible with that. Because as lawmen try, you know, we see someone who's struggling, we try and cut breaks, we try and give opportunities, we try and foster change and growth. But far too often we don't see that progress.
It's a brick wall, man.
Well, in fact, it usually goes the opposite direction. People start out with small, minor, petty crimes, and it escalates, and it escalates, and it builds, one piling on top of the other, till stuff is...
And the more you try, the more chance that they start harboring hate. And all you're trying to do is help.
Well, we've got to be there to enforce the law. That's one thing that I've learned, is I'll never blame myself for the actions that a criminal decides to take. If they're gonna go harm people because they're angry at me, that's on them. That's not on me.
What about harm those like yourself? Because they hate you.
That's always something that can happen, sure.
Because doing your job or something.
No way. It's bound to happen. I've been threatened many, many times. I'm just waiting for him to pull a gun. Well, these questions.
Oh, you know, I'm just trying to open my horizons, see different points of view.
Let's see. Not thinking about making any large changes in your own life.
Oh, nah. Nah. What do they say? Bad to the bone. It's a deep-rooted issue. Problems, you know. I should see one of those psychiatrists that are running around these days. But sure, where's the fun in that? That means they might be able to fix something.
So you don't want it to be fixed, even if you could be?
Not at all. Not one bit.
My personal philosophy is that no one is beyond help, no one is beyond change. I think it's the choices that we make that make the person. It's the choices that I make that separate me from the people on the other side of the bars. Because I've had a pivot point in my life where I could have justified, off of everything that happened to me, off of all the pressures that I faced, just going with being an outlaw, doing whatever I wanted, taking whatever I wanted. But I went the other direction. I wanted to change things. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to be the person that I needed when I needed help. I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see. But they were very hard choices. But choices nonetheless.
Wise words. You know, I would adhere to that type of philosophy myself. But you can't help those that don't want to be helped, right?
No, essentially that's correct. You can help people, you can give them that leg up, you can reach your hand out, but they've got to make the choice to grab your hand and help hold themselves back up. You can't do it in your own strength. If you do, they'll just topple back into the pit. They've got to make the decision to create those footholds and handholds, chisel them out of the stone, and use them to hold themselves back out. Otherwise, they'll always just fall back in.
Mm-hmm. And you did well not falling back in. You chose the right path.
Aye. It was a hard one.
Yeah. I had that choice a long, long time ago.
Well, the choice is still there.
No, it ain't. Come on now.
It is. I'll never give up on people. That doesn't mean that life is free of consequences of what you've done in the past, but there's always a way back. Actually, I made this gun last night.
Nice.
It's etched. It says never too late. Embodies that way of thinking.
Oh, I mean, let's be real. If people really adhere to that, what do you think? People that just turn a new leaf and start delivering oranges? Come on now.
Well, it won't happen overnight. But people can build things. It won't just be oranges. Oranges might be the way that they start making things right. But people have got to apply themselves towards New Horizon. They've got to get goals and everything.
I suppose.
And I know personally, it's happened for me. It's happened for others at the department. I mean, one of our own sheriffs used to be on a very different path.
You know what my philosophy is?
No, I don't, but I'm sure that you're about to tell me.
Unless you don't want to know.
No, I'll hear it. Here's where he pulls the gun.
I like to think that we all sell ourselves at a certain point. Whatever role we want to choose. When you're spent, you're spent. You know?
Sorry, what was that?
said, I think we all sell ourselves sometimes on whatever road it may be. And when you're spent, you're spent.
I think that would be a very tragic way to view the world.
You sold yourself to a badge. I sold myself to taking other people's money. It's just the way things are.
Well, I haven't sold myself to anything.
Of course you have. You've made small compromises, so have I. We all do. Take away parts of ourselves. It used to be there, but just won't fit to the mold, the current path that you're on.
I mean, you know what? I don't feel like stepping behind the badge has done that to me. That's the way the criminal life was treating me. It was one compromise over another. It was pain.
Staying corrected. But once you spent what you spent on that criminal ride, right? You ain't gonna never get that money back, are you?
I mean, if you're saying that you can't undo the past, then aye, you're correct. Not a soul on this earth can change the past, but every single one of us has the ability to shape the future. Dwelling on the mistakes of the past don't get you anywhere for that reason.
No, I wish people had the more same mindset as you do. I think that's very wise words. I just wish it was true.
Well, I think it is.
Come on, now, do you honestly believe that?
Aye, I do. Like I
People
said,
don't
I've
hold the past.
seen it in my own life. I'm not saying that people don't hold it in regard. Far too often people do. They won't look past the past to see what the future could hold. They won't give it a chance. And that's the tragedy of it.
Maybe it is all tragedy in the end. I see why you're so glum.
No, I've just had a unfortunate past few days. But this is temporary. That's not the way things always will be. And such as most situations in life.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just have to wait for the storms to pass.
What about hanging? Firing squads, electric chairs. What does that fit in and all that?
Like I said, people can crawl out of their muck, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're free of the consequences of their actions. And unfortunately, those consequences sometimes do catch up with them in the end, before they're able to fully haul themselves out.
Wow.
So it's my greatest hope that people can avoid that.
Bravo. Said like a true politician. It's okay, you can say it. If the dog keeps on biting, you gotta put him down.
And I wouldn't use that language, no, because it's not the way I feel about it. I feel like any time that we have to do that, it's a tragic situation. It's someone who was very far gone and not willing to make any choices to change. So you can see it happens quite rarely in the States, so it's better than most in regards to stuff like that. I'd like everyone to have a chance. But when there's no remorse and when they just keep harming and killing people over and over and over again, it's very, very unlikely that you see a change. I believe it's possible. I would reach my hand out to those people if they actually showed that remorse, if they actually showed that willingness to change. But very few ever do.
Yeah, most people, unfortunately, adopted the same way of my thinking, you know. Just, you know, going back.
No, I used to have that thinking. I used to think, you know what, I'm on the path that I'm on, and that's not going to change. And a lot of that was related to the perceptions of those around me. But managed to crawl out, and I'm very glad I did. I wouldn't be alive if I hadn't. What's your view on all that?
On what?
Well, you're talking about execution, so...
Oh yeah, it's a dog being put down. If he gets too rabid, you gotta shoot him in the back of the head. I probably assume that I'll go the same way.
I really hope not. But...
Well shit, I mean the dog probably hopes the same.
Aye, but the difference between dogs and people is that you're able to make choices that are freed from the chains of mere instinct. You're able to regard the future. That dog right there doesn't think about tomorrow, all he does is think about now. That's the difference between us and the animals. But when people only think about what they want in the moment, they don't regard the future, and that is when they start to behave like animals. I used to do the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much, I probably teeter on that line right in there. I just don't think twice. No point thinking about tomorrow. In the paths, right? The paths you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I always thought to myself, maybe someday I'll change that path. It's hard to when you blow up the bridge with dynamite, you know?
Sure. But that bridge was built in the first place. It can be rebuilt.
In time, before the dog gets a bullet in the back of the head.
And that's just it. I'll hope that it could be, but like I said, it's not always the case.
You know what? It is a nice compliment to the department when you truly see someone as yourself that is so involved and indicted into reform in the common criminal.
Well, that's why I picked up the badge.
Shit. I wish the same could be said for your other colleagues. I think we both know that ain't the case.
No, unfortunately not everyone shares my views. Oh my goodness, the cars! should have shut the window.
In the bed, huh?
Aye.
Long day?
I'll be back around later tonight, most likely. I just don't not usually needed very much at this hour, so.
Actually, I need you. In fact, I need you for an investigation. You have 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, wait right there.
What is happening? Is he just gonna go do something criminal? Please don't just go do something criminal. I'm waiting for what is happening? If I got kidnapped after all that, I wouldn't even be mad. It's... What is happening? No, now I'm intrigued. Now I've got a hook. Now I want to stay on and see what's happening. Ember never woke for that meeting. That's all just a weird dream. What's happening?
All right.
Is everything okay? What's that?
Come on.
What do you mean, come on? Hang on. Edwin, I can't just fully out of time.
What?
Sorry, what's the investigation?
A murder. Ooh.
Please don't.
You're gonna want to check it out.
Okay, well, I need to go get on duty. I need to get back up. Edwin, I can't just be traipsing out of town alone.
Oh no, it's just like a little pro bono.
No.
You guys do that all the time, you know, go off dudes and do a bit of investigating.
No, I can't be doing that.
You need to go on duty.
If there is something, I'll go on duty and I'll get help and then I'll come out there with you. But we can talk, we can take a statement and stuff like that.
All right, well, how about a conversation then?
Aye, sure, but I've got to let people know I'm having a conversation. I'd like to have it in time. We've been having a conversation right here.
Okay, I can see. I get it.
What's that?
No, I get it. I get it. Y'all got rabies, huh?
No, I've got to make sure to protect myself as I can. So give me a moment.
Understandable. Gotta send your anons, all that.
Before I do, where do you want to have this conversation?
So you can send that into the anon just in case something terrible happens. They'll know where to look for you.
Well, hey, I can't be acting as a lawman alone. We get in trouble for that sort of stuff.
McFarland's ranch.
You want to have a conversation about McFarland's?
If that is inside the guidelines, Deputy.
I'll need to go find another lawman to go with me. I don't know you very well enough to go
Nah,
out meeting you.
just me and you.
I don't think so.
I'm out.
I'd be happy to have a conversation with you here in town alone, but if we leave town, then I'll be getting another deputy come with me.
We were having a great conversation. Why not just take a chance?
But it feels like now you might be trying something, Edwin. I've been a deputy for a while now.
Fair enough. I can understand that.
So
how about you take my weapons? I'll be unarmed. Now what can an unarmed man do?
I can do plenty. Can. If you want to have a conversation out of town, let me go see if there's another lawman around who can come with us. I think Beckwith might be around. He doesn't even have to be part of the conversation. He can stand at a wee bit of a distance.
I was really hoping for it to be alone. So there ain't no way you're gonna take that chance?
Like I said, I've got a full protocol. I would like to be promoted one day, and if I go running off alone, they'll never do that.
It was just, you know, one person going to have a conversation with another. You're off duties, right?
Currently, aye.
So you ain't no deputy. Just like I ain't no criminal. Just two people.
Unfortunately, that doesn't really work out that way. Whether I'm on duty or not, I'm still my actions are still regarded by the department.
That's gotta be a compromise, right?
Hey, Buckley.
Hi, Mitchell.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just bored. How about you?
Alright, and having some interesting conversations.
Hey, that's the deputy right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah? There.
Hey, deputy. Can I tell you something?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I was gonna have a conversation with her down at McFarland's ranch. My name's Edwin.
Uh-huh.
If I kill her, you'll know where to find her. All right?
Why would you say it like that, Edwin? I'll tell you.
That's what
I'll
you're
have
thinking.
No, that's not what I think. I've got to be careful, though.
There you are. There's your insurance right there.
Well, we can go out there, and where at McFarland's do you want to have a conversation?
At the ranch.
Aye, but it's a large ranch.
Well, Jesus, is he blind?
No, I'm just saying.
Mitchell, can I talk to you for a sec before you go?
Oh, I'm not planning on just going. If I'm going out, then you're coming with me.
Alright, good. I'm glad we're on the same process here. Yep, ready when y'all are.
All right. Come on.
All right, one moment while I send an Aaron in. I'll just say that we're going out to have a meeting.
Yep. So what's the deal with that guy?
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't trust him though. So be on your guard, okay?
Absolutely. You think he's gonna bring people, or is it gonna be the three of us?
He did come in here and send a telegram, so again, be on your guard.
Absolutely. I will, don't worry. I got your back. I think I read on a tip that Pavis is here. You wanna bring her too? You think you and me will be just fine?
Go run and let her know.
Alright, wait here.
Hopefully he hasn't just ridden off at this point. Oh good, he's there. Odysseus, where did you go? There you are, boy. Well, I wasn't gonna go to bed. I was gonna get on with my day. Let's see what happens, though. I'd prefer for Pavis to come trail and be sneaky.
You know, it's very rude.
What's that?
Very rude what you're doing.
What do you mean?
I understand the hesitation, but it's very rude after the conversation we were having.
I'm sorry that you feel that way. Believe you me, it's not my intention.
Too late.
Just waiting for the
Hard to
buckwheat
show
come back.
compassion to a dog if you won't even come, you know?
Well, I'm not sure about that particular term, but again, I'll have a conversation with you, Edwin. But I do have to act with backup. Even for just meetings.
You know, if I want to kidnap you now, it'd be a good time. Boys away.
Is that what you're hoping to do, is to kidnap me?
Nope.
Alright, well,
I'm
fun.
sure what you're thinking.
Not really. Don't think that you'd have any purpose to serve by kidnapping me, in all honesty. I wouldn't gain you anything.
Find something.
Find something. Buck. Oh, Pavis is coming. Oh no! Ready? Lead the way.
Yep.
This is so interesting.
You got shot. Welcome to day one.
Sheesh. You alright?
Am I?
Yeah.
Just avoiding petting that person? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might just trying to make it look so super sus. I wonder if he murdered someone. This is basically him like confessing in a creepy way. Asking about being too far gone and all that. Yeah, they're all quiet. We're all quiet because this is weird. It's fine. Everything just got so spicy. Spicy. Oh, I think I might have gotten on his bad side. He was saying, you know, this is very rude, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he thought he established enough trust to lure Saff away. Yeah, he might think that, and he might just be digging in his heels now, even though we've got a contingent. Just let me know where. If you want to have words that only I'm hearing, we can talk just where they can see us.
Yeah, right over here.
They're checking and clearing the barn.
Hey.
Aye?
You ever been to the barrel races?
No way. I'm actually, I won them last time.
Oh yeah? This place right here?
Mm-hmm. I'm rather
It's a
fond
nice
of
spot,
the
ain't it?
races. Aye.
Oh, look at that.
Aye, someone's already here practicing.
Hmm.
That Boyd.
So, on the topic continuing about dogs and whatnot. I like to come down here sometimes. I either pick an Arabian. I got this real nasty one called Dangerous. He's a black one. Love him to bits.
Aye.
And then I got Missouri Foxtrotter.
Mm-hmm.
He's real good too. He's less agile, but he got the hoof in him, you know.
Aye.
And I got this big old
the half-bred.
I think that's what it is.
Aye, the Hungarian half-bred.
That's it. Big old son of a bitch. Now he got the stamina. You know, sometimes I just like to take him down to like places like this, you know, to practice like you fellas doing there, or maybe sometimes I'll take him out to the pastures over there at Braithwaite Manor, you know, out in the fields.
Aye.
You got shot.
Sometimes I'll just ride him around. You know.
Looks like it could be shields over there.
No purpose, no reasoning, just, you know.
Aye, that's what you do with a horse. That's what I do with a horse.
Yeah. Get to know him. Sometimes I don't put a saddle on him. Gets a better bond, you know, with him.
Are you doing that with me? Is that what I am? I'm a horse? He's always so metaphorical. It's
The thing
hilarious.
is with law, I don't ever hear or see you guys do anything like that. Sure, I've seen you guys go off duty, but most of the time y'all just go off duty to bump fuzzies somewhere in some old barn. But other than the job, it's like, that's all I ever see you guys do, is the job. And then when I see people such as yourself, I see, well, put all your eggs in one basket, and you keep dropping the basket, I'm sure you'll crack a few.
Aye, that's difficult. Sometimes a lot of us do just fall into the trap of really only working all the time. I've been trying to get out of that myself. But it's hard. Even before I was law, I wanted to be law, so I had to be very careful about my associations. If you're seen too often associating with people who are doing crimes all the time, it starts to chip away at the trust that the department has in you. And I found out very quickly while I was a civilian that a lot of people were doing a lot of crime a lot of the time. So I had to distance myself then. I've still got a few very good friends, but again, they are a few. They're very dear to me. I hold those friendships close.
Remember I said that people often sell themselves for these things?
No.
Doesn't that sound like you sold yourself for a couple of things?
Good, I disagree. I think, you know, if I wanted to, I could put down this badge and I could go back to working for the paper. I don't, because this is what I think that I'm meant to be doing right now. But that could change in the future. And I'm confident in my choices for the time being.
You're okay with that? Like the decisions and some of the decisions that are imposed on you by your job.
Well,
and you're fine by obeying them rules and whatnot.
It's a choice that I made. I chose to put on this badge. No one made me put it on. So I'll abide by the rules that are imposed on me while I'm wearing it.
Have you ever thought to yourself where you would draw the line? You can't even walk off alone without telling somebody you need to be.
I can go off alone, Edwin, but I need to be wise with my choices. And the truth of the matter is you're known for committing crimes, so I've got to be careful. That doesn't mean that trust can't be built up, but trust does take a long time to forge, and it's easy to break. It's sort of like glass.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. But that doesn't count for the fact that I still don't see none of you guys like do stuff like this. You ever do anything like this?
Well, I mean, I've been attending the barrel races every Sunday. It's sort of my thing. I was the record holder for quite some time.
Get out of town. Really?
I can't win the competition today or next week though, because I won it last week. Actually, the horse I rode in, I broke the record at 13.72 for a run, which was the lowest I've ever been, and then I broke it again, took it down to 13.59 on my Turkmen, and then someone with a thoroughbred brought it all the way down to 13.49, I believe. I believe that's how.
Damn.
So
Well,
I
that
get
is
out and
good.
practice every once in a while.
Yeah. You were worrying me there.
Why are you so concerned with what lawmen do in their off time?
Well, when you run into them quite a lot, you tend to have this inclination to start to get to know them. And that was a question I always had. I mean, what do they do when they're not chasing assholes? I ain't never seen them do nothing. I tell you what they are doing, winning barrel races.
Well, I like to go out hunting and the lake. But, you know, sometimes you're...
In a lake.
hunting and the lake.
Do not tell me you go out there skinny dipping now. Holy Jesus.
No, I said hunting. Lake, not lake, but lake.
Oh. I said you went to a lake.
No. So you said that you had a murder investigation that we needed to start?
Oh no, that was just some bullshit I told you.
Right. So why did you want to come out here?
Well, I knew you wouldn't come here if you didn't have a reason. I just didn't expect for the whole cavalry.
Like, were you planning on bringing me out here for a particular reason?
Yeah,
And what's that?
show you what I do in my off time. Hoping that you would devel or, you know, the same.
Just the barrel racing?
Well, yeah, I could take you somewhere else and show you what else I do, but the point was proven. I do apologize for my sinister lying. No, murder ain't something to joke about.
No, it really isn't.
So, you do barrel racing. And you go to the lake.
Well, I mean,
What else?
Well, I mean, I went hunting and stuff. Occasionally, I like to write stuff for the paper. That was the job I had before I had a badge.
You ain't them wrong. You ain't the one writing poems, is you?
No, I'm not writing poems.
What'd you write?
Oh, actually, I did write a riddle and I put it in the paper a few weeks ago. There was no context to it though, and it led to a secret location which had instructions, and the person who got back to me got a prize.
What was the price? Money?
I made a custom gun that'll be given over to them.
Ooh. You gotta read the paper more often.
No.
You know, I'm a fan of poetry myself.
Are you?
I like art. Well, you ever see the ones down Saint Denis with the boobies?
I've been through, aye.
I love fine art. I think I'm gonna paint some myself.
Well, that could be a good creative outlet, right?
Oh yeah, love classical music. I heard this woman down Saint Denis one time with a violin. I ain't never been the same since.
No. Like stuff like that can touch the soul. Music. And your Australian friend has kidnapped me once. Yeah.
You like art?
To a degree, not the particular stuff that you described, but you know, maybe more landscapes and flowers, horses, stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I like that stuff. I wasn't just focusing on the boobies now. Come on.
Right.
That was just that particular artist. I guess you could say some bourgeois with the naked body or whatever, you know, all that fancy talk. And one would be a little bit accustomed to it. One should be more articulate when describing such fine art.
Right.
I ain't been fancy for a while anyway.
I can see that. This is so sus. I don't know what's happening. I think it's just a big old fake out. He definitely wanted to do something, and then Pavis and Buckley came along. That fella stop his barrel racing.
I think so. That gives you the perfect opportunity.
Want to go do it myself.
Show me what you got.
I mean, sure.
I didn't even know you raced anyway. That'd be the perfect opportunity.
Is there anything else you wanted to discuss, though? I just, you know, we came all the way out here.
Oh, what? That old detective brain of yours trying to squeeze me for some more information? I do apologize.
No, I'm really not squeezing you for information. Just trying to figure out the point of this, because most things in life do have a point. Okay, this horse.
You need to be?
I mean, most actions do have a point, Edwin. That's what I'm saying.
I consider the complete opposite. Sometimes I do stuff for no reason at all. But anyway, tell me what you got. Come on. I'm excited now. 13 point whatever.
Well, I don't think I could get that on the horse I brought with me, unfortunately. Not too much point in trying. And Lark
take
isn't
one of your
here for
colleagues.
timer.
Listen, I will be graciously upset if I don't get to see the champion.
Right. Well, like I said, I can't do a champion race each time. If only it worked out that way.
You really ain't gonna show me the moves?
I can go ask what they think real quick, just since their time's being tied up with this too. I'll be right back. I'd have to ask Paps to use her horse. I used her horse on it once and we did very well. I have no idea what he wants. He's being very strange.
What's he even talking about?
Just nothing. He's asking about deputies going off duty, asking what I do in my spare time, stuff like that. It's very, very strange. And he said that
like he's
there
stalling
is
for time for somebody else to come here.
He might be. He did go out and telegram. He said, "I'll be right back." He went inside the telegram station, and then he came out. Now he's asking me to go run a few barrels. So I figure I might humour him. I'll do that right now real quick and see if he has anything more to say. But I feel like he's just wasting time at this point.
Yeah.
If he tries anything,
Pavis, do you mind if I take your Turkmen over there? If
Yeah,
not,
go for
it's
it.
okay.
Hey, got a little job for ya.
Oh, thank you for not kicking me. And I went and grabbed Pavis's pretty Turkmen.
Alright, here we go.
I am so sussed out. Because this horse is better for it. Just because I gave an excuse.
Smooth riding.
Aye, not the best, but not terrible.
That is something. Here's me thinking you were bluffing.
Oh no, why would I bluff? I mean, you can ask Lark. I've been a regular attendee of her races for quite a few weeks now. You didn't even believe me when I said that I'd come out and do barrel racing?
Oh, you know, I just thought maybe you were making small talk or something, but I can clearly see.
Right. We'll go put Pavis's horse back. Neither of you seen movement in the hills or anything like that? I know he was taking his...
But you should know that Boyd and Jack were going at each other pretty hard yesterday, so this could be a setup. I just remembered that with talking to Buckley.
Okay.
So you could be a target right now.
Well, did we hit the road?
At the road? Go back into town, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Aye. We can return.
Alright, let's hit the road. Looking lovely as always, Pavis.
Sure.
SESD, we use barrel racing as a means of communication. Oh, cat.
Yep. Jesus.
Oh, I can't shoot it with you. Goodness.
Okay.
Okay, that was a weird cat. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. And he's gone. Okay. I feel like he might have been planning something and he thought that he'd get me out alone.
Yep.
I was not about to go out with him alone.
Yeah, I'm glad I ran into you.
No, I wouldn't have gone. Buckley, if you hadn't been there, I was in the middle of telling him that I'd speak with him there in town, as we've been doing for the last 20 minutes. Or not at all. So.
You think?
So hang on.
What are the odds he's got people stationed in Blackwater? Yep, I'm being quiet, being quiet.
I'll see you around. I don't know, we can discuss it at the office. I'm gonna write up an instant report because that's just all too weird.
Yeah, none of that.
this the kind of guy that? Oh, sorry.
Here, I did.
Is this the kind of guy that's smart enough to station people in Blackwater when we got back?
What for? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think they really need a reason, Saffron. Yeah, sometimes they just straight up do not need a reason.
Yeah, but I mean, what you were saying earlier, technically they do, because
yeah,
they were having issues with Boyd, right? So
yeah.
Also, dumb question, but how does that concern Mitchell exactly?
it doesn't anymore. But they might not be aware of that.
What?
But they might not
Okay,
be
fair
aware
enough,
of that.
But they probably don't know that, and or they don't give a shit because they're the kettlemen. You're crying.
I heard a
They
bell.
don't give a shit.
You feel like there's crime happening somewhere?
I heard the bells.
The wind is carrying.
I heard the bells on Christmas Day, and old familiar carols play. That'd be awful. What? If I didn't hear what you said.
I said it would be awful if Christmas music played every time crime happened.
It would be, because I love
God,
Christmas
I go
music and I don't
crazy.
want the association.
Hark how the bells, sweet hum bells.
Or it's just something overly cheerful.
Oh crap.
Just those really happy jingle bells. Just
Yeah.
a wee tune.
Dashing through the snow.
In a one horse open, bam! Everything blows up.
On a one horse open
Passing,
bank.
fella.
One safe open bank.
Oh my god, we might need to make this a Christmas carol for December.
I mean, we got enough months.
You've got
We
plenty
gotta
of
do
time
this.
to work on it.
Yeah, we got a little under 6 months? A little over 6.
Ah!
Sorry.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. I thought she had a headache. Never mind.
No, I just got.
didn't
He
expect
just.
her to walk in front of my horse. My bad.
Mitchell does that. No, we're not dead. What is it? Moonshiner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it!
I think I will go to bed after. Well, no, I need to write all that up before I do that.
Yeah.
Because that was ridiculous. I'm so hungry.
Wanna go chase ghosts, Boyd?
Sure.
Oh!
Mr. Cowie,
Half the department is here.
What's going on?
Oh.
Alright.
Okay, have fun. See that pin move?
My rare twofer. I have to be right back.
They're back, Reddit, so we don't have to go anymore. Howdy.
Oh. Well,
Adam McGregor.
this town's got a lot of law.
Oh yeah, we're swimming in it. A lot of the teeth.
Is it the entire department here?
Yeah, I think
You're all
everyone
good?
that just showed up. Some of them just left to get the Shana.
Well, we came here because we heard there might be some trouble in town, but
Oh, from who?
Trouble in town here?
potentially. I think not really sure where she got it from, but Dusk's under the impression that Cattleman's gonna try something in Blackwater.
Oh, aye, that was something that was floating around.
That's probably why the whole department is here.
Probably.
And meanwhile, Cattleman is in Rhodes.
Probably.
Right, well,
Or-
I'm gonna go
or is
somewhere
there-
else then.
Or is there an actual tip for that?
There is not an actual tip for that, no.
Or you were imagining. I see. All right. Right, fair enough.
Take care.
You want to take a?
Wherever the wind takes you, sir.
Wherever the wind takes me.
Did
I'll
someone
miss
try
you,
and talk to
Monroe.
us?
Perhaps Annie's
Miss
back.
you too.
Fare thee well indeed.
Fare thee well.
Wait,
there
is
it is.
something happening?
Oh, you two. Look at you.
What? I was asking if
Nothing.
something was happening.
No, we're all good.
Can I get close to this stupid titling? There we go.
All right, calm down.
Shove me out of the way. I'm still a little
I
injured.
didn't shove you out of the way. I didn't even touch you. Alright, I have to go right up this ridiculous Edwin stuff.
We're still waiting to hear back from Big Al.
What happened with was anyone here around when Missy got shot yesterday or 2 days ago?
I was here.
No, wasn't he?
Yeah, what was the deal with that? Did that bloke, was it self-defense?
It was self-defense, yeah. He, the three of them, it was Little Jimothy, Missy, and that fella whose name I've forgotten. They were in the telegram office just having a chat, and Missy said something about being threatening and stealing people's boots. And then, as a joke, she pulled out her pistol, and the man was scared, so he pulled out his and shot her.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Given, you know, the history with Missy, we deemed that self-defense.
Ouch.
And then Jimothy tried to shoot the fella that shot Missy.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
Yeah, Jimothy was saying that he came back later as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and find that fella. And,
Good
do
lord.
something.
Henderson coming back just giving me all sorts of conniptions.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was being
yeah.
very creepy on the train earlier.
In like a funny way, or?
It was funny to me at the in the moment.
I gotcha. All right.
Because I recognized who it was, but initially we were standing on the train having a chat. There was no one else on there but the conductor. And then someone's head and shoulder is peeking out from the caboose, and you can see it down the long hallway, standing there staring at us. And it's Anderson, and he doesn't remember me, and I'm sure he doesn't remember much considering what happened to him.
Aye, okay.
I mean, if they suddenly pull a gun and they're known to be
Someone
violent,
died,
it's
got
very
killed in Manzanita.
like I mean that's what happens
hell.
to the cop.
Yeah,
if a cop
one of
is
the
talking
cannibals,
to you and you suddenly
Jonathan Redding
reach
cut his
for
head off.
something really fast, you might get shot, and that's
After he tried to attack him.
you know.
Why is Robert
not
Fisher
something they
getting
want to
arrested again?
happen. Like Jack 100%
Harassment, unlawful
deserved what he got
discharge, and public
yesterday.
disturbance. Pettiest of crimes.
This motherfucker wants to be a writer for the Saints Daily. He
Yeah,
sent me a
but
telegram for an
Jack
interview.
is a well-known, extremely violent criminal.
And his
he
name
was
keeps
making
popping up.
weird threats. He was went side to find Henderson. Oh my goodness, she'll beat his face in. He'll be like, "Oh, that's
Not a
my
good look.
wife."
No, it's
She'll
a
be
bad
like, "Time
look.
to die. Time for you to die again."
It's a very bad look.
Manzanita Mamers. Is that the...
I guess it's the more friendly way of referring to the folks that I think are calling themselves the half-wits.
Okay.
Yeah, it was changed.
Aye, that makes sense.
Interestingly enough, when Jonathan brought the body back, he seemed genuinely remorseful this time, which he usually doesn't. He's usually quite upbeat about getting rid of cannibals. This time was different, and I'm not sure why.
Oh, that's right. So I need to telegram Mishka Agapova. How are cadets doing?
I don't think I've met the majority.
Yeah,
We
they
have
all
a
keep
bunch of
hours that, like, I catch them, like, tail end of my shift sometimes.
There's this Jimmy Avola fella who showed up for his interview and then left, and I haven't seen since. And I don't think anyone else has either.
Mr. Times?
Yeah, Jimmy 2 times.
2 times?
Yeah.
He says the ends of the sentences. He repeats them. So
yeah,
it's not something he can control. It's just something you've got to get used to when you're speaking with him.
When you're speaking with him.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Getting a drink. Of water.
I figured.
What?
I don't know. You
Down
know,
a bottle of whiskey.
Malone.
Have you met Trebuchet yet?
I too shall imbibe of water.
There's someone named Trebuchet.
So, when myself, Malone, and Monroe met him, we could not stop teasing him about his name. Just went on and on and on.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that seems mean. That seems like a brutal hazing for a cadet.
It was a bit much. But, he brought it upon himself, to be fair. He played into it.
I like to give that every single time I meet a cadet or new deputy and they hear rabbit. That's like their fucking... That's their testing grounds.
How they react to it.
They go like the animal, and I go, aye, cadet like the bunny. Choose your next words carefully. We might be able to push Kate in a day or two, actually. I think she's the most ready out of the 3 of them.
I think we'll probably get a few more soon.
I think Kate's
Okay.
McAllister, right?
I've only met 2 of these people so far.
Well, her first day was 3rd of June. So she's nearly been here for, she's approaching a fortnight in the program. I don't got no complaints about her. She's, just... I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. She's not the most emotive person I've ever met. That's like the only... That's not even like a negative, it's just an observation.
It says here that she's a bit quiet.
Yeah, well, that was my initial concern. She's fixed that, as far as, and by quiet, I meant I just couldn't hear her at all when we were riding the patrols.
Winter said the same thing yesterday.
He might be talking more about her demeanor than her volume.
Could be. Nothing particularly wrong with that, but there will be times where it's necessary to get a bit louder.
She works in a group pretty well. I've done some mock interrogations with her and the others, and they all did very well at that.
Good.
Interrogating a fairly hostile witness, too. Played by me.
Now the report about the meeting is here. Can read that now.
So we had folks writing out for Shiners, is that right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go for a quick walk around town. I'll be back in a minute.
Alright.
Hamilton to Valentin.
You think you did that on purpose?
They certainly missed the E, but... There's nothing I love more than lone deputies traveling who keep their check-ins so detailed and frequent. I'll be right back.
very strange. It's very, very strange. You want to read some really weird stuff? You can look at the report I just put together.
Oh dear. Let's see.
I literally just had an hour of philosophical conversation with Adwin Braithwaite. And I still don't know why. Willow. Wow, I can't type. Our notes that we discussed at the law meeting at Fort Wallace. Careful when dealing with Summers, but keep in mind that he is just a man and not to be feared. We've caught Summers before and we will do it again. No deal with Summers has been made and will not under any circumstances. Sheriff Cash was caught alone by Gavin Summers and his gang a few weeks ago. Some words were spoken, but he did not agree to anything. Summers will be dealt with, but we are not trying to do the same rushed engagements over and over if it's getting deputies injured. Jack Kettleman is running his mouth about things he knows nothing about and is being played by Summers. This is the sort of thing that Summers does, playing his enemies off against each other to his advantage.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. He might have been trying something or hoping to, and we foiled it, but my personal feeling is he might have thought that he got enough trust out of me from our conversation in town to get me to go out alone. But I wasn't about to be that stupid.
That's for sure.
Okay. I think I will go off duty now and go to bed.
Right.
Like I intended to do over an hour ago.
Sleep well.
I'll be back later tonight.
Alright.
The 2 for kick, yeah, that still hurt. That was a major kick. Yeah, I mean, you know, don't expect it too often. Because, you know, life. But, you know. That's Edwin sitting right outside on the bench. Why didn't he see you walking?
I got quiet feet. You doing okay?
Who, me?
No, but you know.
Oh no? Did that conversation really upset you?
No. Our conversation didn't upset me at all, Edwin.
This might shock you, Braithwaite, but not everything's about you.
Anyway, I will go to... I'll be back around later tonight.
Oh, you heading up?
I'm not typically up this early. I'm not
I
really
gotcha.
needed this hour.
Oh, you're going back to bed?
I was only up for the meeting.
Oh, I gotcha. Alright, rest up in that case. See you around.
Right. Yeah, she must have gotten up for the meeting too. Or just never gone to bed. These Aussies pull crazy hours to play North American hours too, so who knows. 8:30 is early. It's early for me to be streaming, and I've been having terrible sleep. So, what is Edwin is so weird. I feel like Flicker's sneaking in the Telegram station with you and saying she's got quiet feet is purely messing you. Yeah, probably. Okay. Breaking that fence with my butt every day. Alright. I should be back later tonight. I'm not sure. Oh, that's way more intense than I hoped for, but you know what? This is fine. I like this track. Yeah, of course. Let's see. Maybe we can throw a raid at real quick.